Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be attempting to restore some of my garden beds. This is going to be a long process, so I'm just going to try to do some of them today. I'm going to take you guys a little bit on the process of fixing up some of these raised beds. This is my first time doing raised beds outside, not in containers, so this is new to me. So if you guys have any tips, let me know, because I'm going to be working on these for a while. But let's go ahead and get started. This bed is literally just all stuff I don't want, so I think I'm going to pull all of this out, one bed at a time. So all of that weeding, an entire bucket full of plants I don't want, I got that much open. I still got that much to go. So let's put the weeds in the compost. I want to do a compost bin eventually, but right now I'm just putting it in the municipal compost. My strategy here is to try to break apart some of, well, so first I'm pulling out all the foliage just to get at the roots easier, and then I'm going to use this to kind of break up the roots, and also my shovel to kind of get the deep ones. And yeah, it's not too difficult so far. Just compost day is tomorrow, so I want to get as much of this as I can. And there's these little burrs everywhere, so gotta make sure to wear gloves. Okay, I measured down because the old owner has put landscape fabric on every single raised bed in my entire yard, and I want to make sure there's no landscape fabric under my raised beds here. So I dug down pretty deep. Like, do I have a measuring implement? Pretty deep, and no landscape fabric, so I'm very happy about that. The soil is just very compacted in here. I'm not really sure exactly why, but gotta loosen it up before I put my plants in, and I'm gonna amend the soil with some soil amendments that I brought with me. You can use compost, vermiculite, depending on like what's wrong with your soil, and then that should help kind of remediate this soil a bit. Okay, my new strategy is to, please don't garden barefoot. This is a horrible example. Break up the soil like this, and then I think once I have it broken up, I can much easier pick out the plants I don't want from here. Okay, so I'm breaking up the soil with my shovel. I'm just debating if I want to keep these lupins. I think they're just volunteers. On the one hand, keeping them will help attract bees and pollinators, but on the other hand, they seem to be popping up everywhere. Like, I've been finding them everywhere, so I think they're spreading by seed, so I don't want to have my whole beds overwhelmed with lupin, but I'm going to keep it for now and then decide if I want to if it's going to be more of a pain in the ass to have in the actual veggie beds than not. So if anyone has any experience with that, let me know. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to pull a few more weeds, the roots, and then I'm going to add homemade compost that I made in my apartment balcony last year. So hopefully the compost will help. I'm undecided if I want to do this. This is just regular potting soil. I don't know if that'll help, but for sure I'm going to add the compost. So I got done half of one bed. I only have 1, 2, 3 more to go, and I want to build more beds back here. So this is going to be a long process, but I got this half done. So I added the compost and I added a bit of perlite because it just seemed like the water was pooling up on the surface, and I don't know if it's just because it hasn't been watered in a really long time, so it just doesn't have like the best drainage, but I hoped maybe the perlite will help with the drainage. I know it does in containers, so I think I'm going to do a bit more research. I'm going to check out Epic Gardening's channel on raised bed soil. He's like the best, so I recommend his channel. I'll leave it in the description. I'm going to read a little bit more before I do all of these beds, so I am going to repeat this for all these beds before I plant anything. I think I got to think about what I'm doing here and where I'm going to plant everything. Just a little bit of weeding help. But this is the last time you can eat from my garden. Oh, I'm gonna have to get like deer fence stuff. I couldn't resist. I already started planning out what I'm gonna put in this raised bed that I just cleared out. So I saw a deer. There was just a deer that came in here because my fence over there is broken. So I got a tip that deer hate marigolds, so I planted some marigolds. That seems like something that's gonna be very silly, like a few little marigolds is gonna repel a deer. I don't know, but I started kind of plotting out where I want things. I just put a little tomato in there because I don't know, I gotta do a bit more research on interplanting to see if these all would make sense interplanted together. I've already seen a lot of bees on this lupin though, so I'm pretty happy with that there. So I planted some marigolds. I have some calendula, maybe I'll put in as well. This is pineapple sage, and I really want to have like a tea garden, so I don't think I'm gonna put this here. I might put it in one of the other pots, but yeah, the first seedlings are officially in the ground, which is extremely exciting. Okay, I'm back. So it's a few days later, but I am doing something else that's kind of fun. I'm redoing my patio space. So my last apartment, I had a bunch of like patio furniture. I mean, you probably saw my video. It's like my most viewed video on my channel. That is my like apartment garden tour. So that one was like my container garden, and so I still have all these containers, and so I was trying to figure out what to do with it, and I think I'm going to do a patio herb garden. So I'm going to take the containers that I used to use for just all my regular veggies in my old apartment, and I'm going to do them into like a convenient herb garden. And I have the 2 containers here, and they're right next to my sliding glass door, so I kind of have this idea of like the sliding glass door goes into the kitchen, so then I can just come out here when I need herbs, and it's like really close to the kitchen, because if I do the herb garden in the raised beds in the back, then I'm gonna have to walk all the way to the back of the lot every single time I want an herb. So I'm gonna put them conveniently located next to the kitchen. So so far I have lemon thyme planted, and I'm trying to think of what else I should plant. Chives. I'm gonna do chives. I'm gonna plant a few more in here. Oh, and another exciting thing, I planted my jasmine from my container garden right over there. So I hope it does okay. It's pretty shielded from winds here, so I think it's gonna kind of like this spot, and then we kind of trailed it up the fence and up the trellis, so hopefully it does well. And I wanted the jasmine to kind of be in the sitting area because jasmine smells so good. I want to be able to like smell it when I'm sitting out here. I really enjoyed that about my apartment garden. So that's some of the basics. There's just like so much to do, but I'm excited about like making little steps and progress here. My raised beds were kind of stressing me out because it's so much like digging, and I put my peas out there, my snow peas and my sweet peas, and the deer already ate them. So not feeling super confident. The deer come here a little bit less, and I think the deer care less about the herbs, so maybe I'll plant them. Actually, now that I think of it, I should probably plant the herbs out there, because if they care less about them, then I want them where the deer are. I don't know, whatever. I might move stuff around, but this is the first year, first attempt. So let's plant some more herbs. Look at how root bound my chives are. These obviously want a new home. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna try to break apart some of these roots. Oh my god, I should have replanted this a long time ago. If you have root bound plants, usually I just like try to rip up some of the plants roots in here, and that usually helps. I don't know, it won't hurt the plant too much as long as you don't take too much root away here. Oh, it smells so good. All right, much less root bound here. Okay, another one I'm gonna plant is dill. Dill don't really like to be transplanted, so I'm not sure if they're gonna survive, but we'll put them in here anyway. I'm also breaking apart, like separating these two containers by water requirements. So this container is gonna be watered a little bit more often, and this back container is just gonna be watered a little bit less often. So more like Mediterranean herbs, and this one's gonna be more of your kind of your standard like herbs that like to be watered a lot. Yeah, these seedlings are super little, so I'm not sure if they'll survive, but might as well give it a try. Maybe they will, maybe they will. Dill's an annual as well, so this guy is just gonna be for this year, but hopefully it'll seed itself so that I can get dill next year. If not, I still have a bunch of dill seeds. These might be too close together, but it's hard to tell. That's okay. More dill. I'm just mixing in perlite for extra soil drainage because this one's gonna be my dry herb planter. Okay, so this plant I might have been overwatering it. Its roots don't look very healthy. I don't know, it might have root rot. So I'm gonna try to pull some of the roots off, prune them, and then put them in a drier spot. Okay, the plants are all in here. I'm going to show you what I have planted for now on these planters. I left some room in case I decide to plant more, but this is what I have right now. This is oregano, and it's not doing very well. I think it might have root rot. Lemon verbena, was that it? And then this is lemon thyme. And then this one has chives, which are flowering right now. And then I put a bunch of dill seedlings in here, and we'll see if they take. This is kind of what they look like. Okay, I pulled out all the weeds of this bed, and I mixed in compost and some potting soil, and now I'm gonna dig it up, mix it up a bit more. The soil's compacted, so I'm going to use a shovel as much as I can to break up the big clumps, and then I'm gonna plant my veggies. So yeah, just gonna finish up this bed, then plant some veggies. I'm gonna plant my kale starts here, and I think I'm also gonna do some snow peas trellised up here. These already got eaten by deer, so I don't even know if they're gonna survive, but I don't know, might as well put them in there. Okay, the snow peas are in. I don't think these are gonna survive. Oh man, these got pretty destroyed by the deer. I might just go get some more snow pea seeds. They seed pretty easily, so I built this trellis for them so they can go up that. I'm planting marigold here to attract pollinators to my veggie garden. So want to mix in flowers and veggies. This one looks like it was already eaten by a deer, so that's not good. Sunflower. This guy's sunflower. Okay, this is kind of what it looks like. So next, I actually have some more snow peas I'm gonna plant. I have radishes and I found some more nasturtium seedlings, so I'm gonna add them with my snow peas. So I would think it'll just probably be easiest to plant everything, and then I'll show you guys how I've laid everything out. I don't know how I'm feeling. I think I just realized I just like didn't start very many seeds. There's just a lot of kale and a lot of marigolds and calendula. That's okay. I'm gonna do tomatoes too, but I think I'm gonna do them on one of the other beds. Yeah, I don't know. I think I should put all my tomatoes together just so I can remember to water them more often. But I have one tomato in this bed, so I'm gonna get planting a bit more and then I'll show you when I'm done. So this is just, I don't actually know what this is. It looks almost like some sort of like arugula thing that I just left here. This is sunflower, marigold, kale, dino kale, dino kale, dino kale. So this is all dino kale. I planted calendula kind of around the outsides of it in hopes that it'll kind of attract the pollinators. So, and I think it's really pretty. So I have calendula. You can also use it for some medicinal purposes. Right here in this little guy right here, I set up, I have a few nasturtium seedlings, but mostly snow peas. I don't know if these are going to survive because of the deer. They're already probably going to just die, but you know what, we got to try. Honestly, all of this might die because of the deer. That's why I didn't want to plant all my seedlings at once. I kind of want to see how the deer react, and I might maybe put some deer fencing around it. I don't know. If you have any deer advice, let me know. Yeah, so we have kale, sunflowers right here, marigolds, some lupins that were already in the bed that self-seeded, tomato, and these little cages for them to vine up. What else do I have? Over here I have marigold, pineapple sage. I'm not actually sure if this is going to be happy here. It says that it likes lots of water, but in my opinion, sage, I don't know, in the wild is always quite dry, so I might end up moving them to a drier bed, but I have them in here for now. Marigold, whoopsies, squishing my other calendula, and then over here I have my radishes, so we'll see how long those last. And then I have a big empty spot here. I don't know, I need to think more about what I'm doing. I don't want to use all my seedlings once at one time and have the deer just eat them, so I'm leaving this blank for now, and this is going to be like my test bed to see how well it does. You know, I still have this one, and this one over here left, and of course like all this space to build more, but for now this is going to be kind of my educational bed. I keep calling them raised beds, but really they're not. Like, there's just a few inches of topsoil on top and then just like the ground, my actual soil. Let me know if you guys have any tips on this, because I feel like an absolute noob. Thank you guys so much for watching my first kind of house vlog. I want to do more of these, but this is just getting my veggie garden started. Much more to do over the next few months and years, honestly. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to see anything else. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!